Alright, welcome to Kung Fu Havoc number 2 and Instagram. I hope you guys can hear me. It's cold outside, so I'm in a little bit of gear. If I heat up, this shit might come off. So, I like keeping my word. As I told y'all on Instagram, we're going to talk about elbows and knees again. Now, there are a lot of combos that you can see with elbows and knees. My favorite, honestly, is my jumping left knee and my jumping right knee. Not so much with my right knee. Before my hip replacement, my left knee was my favorite. I actually could get more elevation when I leaped. So we're gonna set the score to understanding how a lot of martial artists don't understand that a wicked elbow can solve a lot of problems. Because you have your spinning back fist and you have your spinning back elbow. Alright? So depending on where you are in the fight, spinning back elbow is sadly one of the easiest to block. Alright, so they jab and they throw this one, that's harder to see coming than if they jab and they throw this one. Because you see the difference maker. See, here and there, that's like one step. You know, boom, boom. Where here and here, that's 3 steps. That's 3 steps more than you actually need to finish a fight. Alright? So if you're going to use your elbows, you know, that one is probably the best one for close range combat. But if you block a punch and then you come up, or if you come down, you know, those are pretty good too. So let me wave at this person. Thank you for tuning in. Okay, I'm attempting to wave at this person. It's still not working. I fucking hate technology. So if you're gonna throw a kick and an elbow, boom, you know, for Kung Fu, that was your safest bet. Left, and then strike. Same thing over here. Right, and then strike. Alright? Now the thing about throwing elbows is you gotta actually be in the proper position to throw an elbow. Because you can throw an elbow, you know, boom, boom, that way, boom, uppercut into an elbow. But those, again, are close proximities fucking strikes. You know, arm distance strike and an elbow, you got to get in there. Boom. You're going to have to step in to use that elbow effectively. If not, then the elbow is best used as a block. Alright? So, if you're going to throw that punch, and there, you have to get in. If you're going to throw this one, and there, you still have to get in. If you can't get past their defenses, you're screwed. So you don't want to be screwed. So, let's say you want to throw a kick, boom, elbow. So it's the same motion, you know, because I'm kicking, then slapping back. So that elbow will come in, and it'll put it in to most stuff. Now they're throwing a jab, and you kick their hand away. So, you know, outside crescent kick, boom. From here, you can throw a front elbow, but you're kicking their hand away. Now, let's say that is not an option. So you've kicked their hand away with the outside crescent kick, then you come in with the other elbow. Because that's where your power is going to come in. Your power is going to come in with that torque. So, kick, and you're going to throw that elbow. When you throw that elbow, you're throwing that elbow with that torque, with that power. I cannot read what that says, so we're just going to push that button right there. Oh, mother dick. Believe me and technology are not Dolphin smooth. So, I'm just going to do a spinning back kick and then an elbow. Okay? Boom. So there's your elbow, which totally looked full of shit. So, don't do that one. Do this one. Boom. Punch, then elbow. Stay right there, because if you get on my set, I'm going to elbow you in the chin. So, those kind of high risk area moves, not really going to be effective. So, side kick and then elbow. Boom, boom. That one's a little bit more safer, but you still have to get in. So, basically, if you get in, then you hit the elbow, or you can punch down and then elbow. Now, your elbow combinations really depend on which way your opponent falls when you hit them. Now, so if you're going boom, 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 so when you throw this uppercut, you're just going to keep going. And you're going to go and you're going to connect with the elbow. So jab. So as you throw the uppercut, you just keep going. That way you catch the elbow too. Alright? So if you're throwing short body blows, boom, 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 boom. Understand? Because the quicker you get into your enemy's defenses, the easier it is to throw an elbow. Now, if your opponent has really good defenses, I recommend knees. But 9 times out of 10, if you're going to throw a knee, they're probably going to block with the knee. Or they're going to block. If also, what I totally screwed up at, and what I should have said from the jump. So, first, Instagram and Kung Fu Habit 2, let me apologize. Before you even consider throwing a fucking punch or a kick, you may need to understand the style of the person that you're actually fighting. Alright? If you're fighting someone who's in a basic Wing Chun stance, which is southpaw boxing for Americans, if you're in a Wing Chun stance, you need to recognize what the fuck you're going against. Most traditional karates, they're in a standard fighting stance. Thai fighters, capoeiras, traditional kung fu stuff, you need to recognize that style before you even consider throwing a punch, a kick, an elbow, or a knee. Because if you can't recognize that style, because somebody could be totally messing with you, boom, change that shit up on you. Start with capoeira, boom, front kick karate. Start with capoeira, side kick taekwondo. Now, you have to understand that if you don't recognize the style, so if I'm like this, and I switch to tiger, you may not get the chance to throw that elbow that I was talking about. If I'm going mantis, and I leap and strike, if you don't block and strike with that elbow, you may not get the chance to use the elbow at all. You have to recognize the style that someone is actually throwing at you. I totally apologize for not doing that first. I should have said that first and foremost. That should have been the first thing that came out my mouth before I start talking about elbows and knees, kicks and punches. When you get into a fight, especially if it's in a dojo, most dojos are specific. Alright? Like if you're in an MMA dojo, mixed martial arts, which means they will probably be in a standard fighting style and know a little bit of everything. Or if you get into a Wing Chun or Wushu or a Kung Fu martial arts, and they do traditional Wing Chun, which is right foot first, and traditional Kung Fu also, because the world is predominantly right-handed. So that low kick there, high kick there, block strike there. If you get into those kind of guys, you have to understand what style you're fighting. Which, again, I apologize. You have to know what style you're fighting when you come up with an opponent. Because if they don't have a specific style that you can recognize, you may have a problem, which would basically make your elbows and knees not effective if you can't effectively find their weakness in the style. Now, the reason why I say that is because the truth is told, all martial artists have a different style, and all styles have an opening. You just have to fight to find it. So, someone's coming at you crane, so there's chops, and you're blocking, strike, and then elbow, but you have to be able to get through their defenses to get that elbow in there. Boop, boop. Same thing with the knee. You have to be able to get through their defenses. You have to understand what style they are using when you are fighting. So again, I totally apologize for not putting that first. As a martial artist, I have shamed myself. I have brought dishonor to my clan, etc., etc. That was part of a joke. But I still should have told you before you even consider throwing a punch or throwing a kick. It may help to know what style you're actually in combat against, because let me move this over here really quickly and wave at this person. If you don't know what style you're fighting against, you're going to run into some problems. Now, as I like to tell people all the time, there will be moves that you will not do in the streets. There will be moves you can do in the dojo. I think elbows might be illegal in sport karate. I'm not going to swear to that because I never competed in sport karate. But in a street fight, anything goes. But for sport karate, I'm pretty sure you can't use elbows intentionally. I think you can use them in the UFC, I'm not going to swear because they never gave me a fucking job. But, like, if I'm coming at you with this sequence, boom, boom, you're going to have to time my front kick and my spinning back kick so that you can either hit me or punch me or kick me or elbow me or knee me. If you can't out-time that shit, I got you. So, if you're coming at me with a front kick, here's my options. I can knee it, I can elbow it, I can block it. Now let's say that front kick is, instead of going this way, turns into a taekwondo turning round kick. So now I have even better options. I can block and break your leg, sweep your foot, and elbow you in the stomach, because that would be my primary target. But at the same time, can anybody say where I fucked up at? I'm sure you can't, but well, you can say it, but since I can't hear you, I'll say it for you. I blocked your kick, and I broke it, and I swept your foot. But I left all of this open for you to tag me, because my dumb ass was too busy trying to break your knee and sweep your foot instead of protecting my head. So, if you're going to do this, you need to be fast enough to break it and sweep the foot to take care of that before someone takes care of you. Because if I'm throwing this kick and you block it, I can still hit you from that side. I understand. Hopefully I taught you guys something with that. Now, another thing, knowing where your opponent is going to go from your attack. That is a very key important factor that you need to know before you elbow someone, knee someone, punch someone. So if a guy's charging at you, he's running mad like a psycho, and you decide inside to outside crescent kick. Boom! More than likely he's going to go this way. Unless he's got one of those odd ass lucks where he falls this way. So if he's going this way, your next move is there. So you can punch him or you can elbow him. Or if you want to be nasty, when he's going that way, you can grab him and bring in a knee. Alright? So having good combinations in your head practicing, muscle memory will make sure that this shit happens. However, if you don't practice, you won't be able to use it. My hands are getting cold, so I'm sorry. So, other side, if he's going this way, because the world is predominantly right-handed. So if he's coming at you, and he doesn't have any, he's not charging at you like you see in the movies. He's just running like some kind of maniac. So, you're going to do outside to inside crescent kick. Boom! Boom! That's your combo. It's simple. It may look like it sucks, but just because it looks like it sucks doesn't mean it's not going to work. Where you could always do this one. Now, what happens if he sees that coming and he sidesteps it? Now he's got you. He can ridge hand you. He can elbow you. He can forearm you. He can tag you with the knee. Because he's going to sidestep. Boom! Boom! You have to understand there are thousands of combos that knees and elbows can come from. There are thousands of ways that you can avoid being hit with a knee and an elbow, but you have to understand how the shit works. First and foremost, you got to recognize the fight style. Standard fighting. Left foot forward, left hand forward. Jab, jab, jab. Jab, jab, cross or hook. Jab, jab. Same hook with the same arm that I'm jabbing. Boom, boom, boom. Now from that hook, I can continue on with an elbow. But my guard was down in case you guys didn't catch that. So boom, 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 boom. Or boom, boom, So you combo. So switch it up. I notice my hands are cold, but my body's hot. Alright, so now I'm in yellow. So, what you just saw, let me slow it down for you. Jab, jab, cross, elbow, elbow. Alright, so. Now, better one. Jab, knee, elbow. Jab, knee, elbow. Now, it looks like a forearm, but I'm actually going to connect with that elbow. Now, you can use the forearm, you know, because it's totally solid right there, but you want to hit with the fatty part unless you're going to use the elbow. Now, the thing about hitting with the fatty part is it reduces the pain for you. And I'm cold again because I stopped. So we're going to finish this up with more knees and more elbows. Now understand that you can throw an odd elbow. I hope you guys can see me. So from right here, the guy swings over my head, odd elbow up. The reason why my hand is here is more for stability, plus I'm pushing to add more power. So this is if a guy goes over my head with a haymaker and I can dive up. You know, it's going to be real hard to get that pulled off. It's not impossible, just really hard to get that pulled off. So the guy's doing this, and I'm doing this. Boom, boom. So I've elbowed him in the stomach, he's bent over, and I'm going to elbow him in the chin or the throat. Now, if a guy's running past me, I can ridge hand him, I can forearm him, I can knee him. So those do work also. However, if he's running on this side and he's running at me from the back, boom, you know, look at elbow straight, look at elbow high, elbow low. So understand your angles, right to the bottom, right to the top, and right to the extremely high because I'm a short guy. So elbow, back fist if you want to be Batman, boom, boom. That's pretty good, but boom, boom, boom. You have to understand where this person is going to be. So your primary target is generally going to be the sternum, from the navel to where the chest break off, so the breastbone, your sternum, and your belly. Unless you're like 4'11", so you're going to elbow them in the crotch, all right? Which also works, because you know, if you elbow them in the crotch, you got an easier time to bring this knee to their face, all right? And yes, if you elbow, boom, and bam, bring that knee up, you know, there is an actual Kimbo attack where if I elbow you here, I can pull you into my knee. All right, for those who have learned Kimbo, you probably know it. My leg doesn't work like it's supposed to, so it doesn't look like it's supposed to. But, you know, this leg definitely doesn't work. So, you know, elbow, boom, you bring the knee. Now, if you're going to throw that elbow and then you grab them, bring the farthest knee in for karate, bring the closest knee for kung fu or Kimbo, and then you can use the elbow on the spine. That being said, I'm sorry, my hands are fucking freezing, so I'm going in. Thank you guys for watching. It's Kung Fu Havoc #2 and Instagram. Especially thank you on Instagram. I'll try to do more videos like when it's lighter outside and less cold because my fingers are frozen. I really need to move to Hawaii. Be seeing you.